Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 15th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe and I will be here. But Libra, let's see what's going on for you here. Let's keep going before I say anything. And yeah, you have this, everybody this week has had something about potentially needing to make some sort of sacrifice or needing to maybe let something go. I don't think this is as bad as it sounds here, Libra. It's not like you're letting something you truly want go or something like that. It's not like you're losing something here, but you have this middle row with the potential card. And again, we're going to cover this in just a minute, but it does look like kind of making a sacrifice. 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. You know, some people would look at this as a breakup. It definitely could be a breakup, Libra, but again, we'll talk about that in a minute. You have the flamingo spirit here. This card says embrace the in-between. There's another card in this deck right here, the Wisdom of the Oracle, that has a flamingo on it, and it kind of is called Between Two Worlds is what it's called. So they're both very similar. But in a lot of ways, I feel like this is saying that you need to embrace these times where maybe things are more quiet in your life, or maybe you're single right now, right? And so I feel like it's just literally saying embrace the in-between times. Embrace the times where you're alone, or embrace the times where you're uncomfortable, or whatever it is that you're going through. In this row here, you have the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. I definitely feel like for some of you that this could be like a player situation. I'm only getting this for a few of you, so I don't think this is going to be true for all of you. But I do feel like for some of you, this could be a breakup with like a player type person. So I feel like some of you could have had a breakup. And again, we'll talk about that more. We're going to bring it all together at the end anyway, Libra. So we'll talk about that more at the end. For others, I feel like this is saying don't give up on some sort of dream, or don't give up on something you want with this 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is the card of perseverance. It's a card of not giving up, but it's also kind of a card of persistence as well. Technically, the 7 of Wands is truly the card of persistence. Technically, the 7 of Wands is a card that is the card of like that says, keep trying. The 9 of Wands is more keep going, right? There's a difference between, even though they're very similar words, persistence and perseverance, this card means perseverance. It kind of means something different. So I feel like some of you just need to keep going with that card. You have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I feel like you have a very strong draw to something this week, and for a lot of you, this could be love for sure. For others, I feel like this could be a job or something that you want to accomplish. For some of you, I would say if this is a job, like I feel like you've been maybe had your eye on a job for a very long period of time, Libra, or it's like there's something specific that you have wanted for a very long period of time, or it's like you've had your eye on something specific is kind of what I'm feeling here. I feel like it's been like a battle to get that position. I feel like there's been a lot of difficulties and challenges, or just maybe you've just had a hard time getting a job in general. I feel like you need to keep pushing with this 9 of Wands here as well. I do feel like money could, like resources could be a challenge for you, or they could have been a challenge for you for a long time as well. You don't really have any money cards here other than the Knight of Pentacles down here. It's just more of like an intuitive feeling that I have for you, Libra. I feel like you need to keep pushing. The Queen of Wands says, if you're having a hard time getting a job or getting a certain position that you desire, the Queen of Wands asks you to be more bold. It's also a card of seduction, and we're not talking about seducing someone to get a job here, Libra. What we're talking about is we are talking about the fact that there are certain things that maybe would make your resume more attractive. There are maybe certain things you could say during a job interview that would make you more attractive as a potential person to hire. So we're not talking about love. We're talking about being attractive for getting hired. So those are two totally different things. So some of you, maybe you need to brush up on those skills, or I feel like you are. I feel like you've been through it if you've been looking for a job. Next, in your middle row here, you have the potential card. I feel like there's a lot of unseen potential coming in for you here, Libra. I feel like there's a lot of things that could be coming in for you that you have a desire for. There is a mountain on this card. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on my camera here, but there is a mountain on this card, and it does kind of represent needing to climb a mountain to get something great that you desire. So in this row here, you have the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and you have the Knight of Pentacles as well. So not gonna lie, I don't sugarcoat my readings, as you know, Libra. I feel like that this is definitely a challenging. There are definitely some challenging aspects to this reading. Let's put it that way. And but I don't think it's a bad reading by any means, but just not amazing, right? So I feel like for some of you, this could be a separation or a breakup for sure. I feel like again, the embrace the in between card literally just says if you're going through a breakup, to embrace that alone time, to learn to love yourself during that alone time, and all that other stuff. For others, again, this could be a job loss or something like that. So, I always tell people, like if you're looking for a job or if you can't find a job, it can be very stressful, of course, financially, but maybe it's time for you to, use that time to learn in the in-between time, right? Or to brush up on your skills. You have the clean it up card right here, which is kind of like a card of brushing up on your skills, or maybe learning some new things or trying something different. So I feel like learning something new would be a very good idea with that clean it up card there. For others, like I said, I feel like saying don't give up for sure this week. Like I said, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is a very motivational reading as well, Libra, because it's like this direction here. You have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Swords here. This is like challenge right here, right? This is like some sort of difficult ending, some sort of sad ending or something along those lines, some sort of rock bottom moment with the Ten of Swords. But if we go this way, it's like you have the Nine of Wands, which says don't give up. Five of Swords, there is always a white flag right there on the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords represents giving up, but it doesn't mean you should give up, right? And you have the Moon here as well. The Moon, to me, I actually like the Moon card. A lot of readers read the Moon card as being like overly negative, I feel. To me, it's a challenging card. To me, it represents your fears and illusions and mysteries and all sorts of things. But it's also a card that says there is a lot of potential, the potential card right here. So it's like you just have to manifest your potential here on Earth. For some of you, I feel like this is new love coming in, but again, probably in the future. The Knight of Pentacles can say that maybe you're dealing with a person, could be an Earth sign, could be any sign. This is just a general reading, but it could say that maybe you're interested in someone and maybe they're being too cautious. Maybe they're not letting you know how they feel. Maybe they're not making moves towards you, or whatever. So I do feel like some of you could be dealing with those challenges as well here, Libra. In your last row, you have the cleaning it up card. So again, I feel like this time would be a good time for you to kind of like wrap things up or to clean things up, especially like if you're looking for a job, your resume or your applications or something like that. For others, I feel like it could just be a time of like cleansing in general. I've said it before, I'll say it again. To me, on a collective level, the whole coronavirus thing that we've had to deal with is all about cleansing. I mean, when you think about it, what do we do to get rid of a virus? We cleanse, right? So on a collective level, I feel like that was kind of a collective cleansing, kind of getting us to clean things up. And I'm not talking about our health. It could be, but pretty much talking about everything. In this row, you have the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. I love the Ace of Wands. Definitely a passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands, and I feel like there could be something new coming in for you. It's surrounded by the Ten of Swords and the Moon. This is a lot of worry. This is a lot of fear with these two cards. This is a lot of feeling like there are challenges. The Ace of Wands says you need to do something anyway, no matter what's going on here with the Ten of Swords and the Moon. So, I feel like in a lot of ways, this is saying there's a very abundant future available to you, Libra, but it's like you have to get started with that Ace of Wands. So let's clarify this and let's see what else we get for you here, Libra. So Libra. Libra, between the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords, you have the Moon. The Moon in the Lenormand card reading system is not like the Moon here in the Tarot. The Moon in the Lenormand card reading system represents kind of like wishes or getting something you wish for, getting something you want. In between here, this could be some sort of gift from the universe here, Libra, with that Eight of Wands, or with the Nine of Wands and that Three of Swords. So it's like you might be going through a heartbreak, but or you might be going through some sort of separation, or you might be going through some difficult emotions, but this could actually be a blessing. So definitely something to keep in mind. Next, between the Knight of Wands here and this Five of Swords, you have the Child card. I do feel like some of you could have been dealing with like an immature player type of person. For some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with someone who is like playing with your heart with this Moon card as well up here and with this Child card. So I feel like you could be dealing with someone who's playing games. Again, maybe that's what the difficult thing is here. Maybe you're getting rid of someone who's playing games, or who just isn't right. Next, between the Queen of Wands here In this Knight of Pentacles, you have the Cross. The Cross is the 6 of clubs in the playing card reading system, and this card definitely represents a burden, or it represents carrying a heavy burden in your life. So I feel like you could have been carrying a very heavy weight in your life with the 6 of Wands, or carrying burdens. Between the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, again, to me this looks like someone created a burden in your life. Like maybe they were moving too slowly, maybe you're dealing with someone who's too cautious in love as well. For others, this actually could be a good thing. This could say that you are moving towards a dream, and these burdens are just the obstacles we face on our journey towards something that we truly desire. Next, between the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, you have the Ring. The Ring is actually the best card in the playing card reading system. This is the Ace of Clubs. This card represents things coming full circle, and for others, this card is just a card of abundance. I feel like this is saying you're finally getting an answer. That's literally what's popping into my head intuitively. Between the 3 of Swords, the Ring, and the 10 of Swords, like I feel like you're finally... it's like you finally know where you stand in a situation. For a lot of you, this could be in love. Like maybe it looks like you've been in a very confusing love situation here. And it's like I feel like you finally are getting answers in that situation. I feel like that could lead to a lot of clarity. Between the 5 of Swords here and the Ace of Wands, you have the Ship. This is like a boat on the ocean. This is the 10 of Spades. The 10 of Spades is not like the 10 of Swords in the Tarot again. It's actually a pretty good card. It can represent moving on. So again, I feel like once you move on from something that is holding you back here, the Ace of Wands says there will be a new beginning. So I feel like moving on would be a good idea. Between the Knight of Pentacles and this Moon card, you have the Bouquet. This is the Queen of Spades in the playing card reading system, and this could represent some sort of gift coming in for you here. So I feel like some of you are about to get a gift. For your outcome here with this top row, you have the Mountain. This is the 8 of Clubs in the playing card reading system. The Mountain just represents not knowing details is what I feel for you here. That's not really what it means, but intuitively that's what's popping into my head. I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like saying that things have been very cloudy. I feel like there's been a lack of detail in your life, and I feel like things are about to get more detailed. In your middle row here, what do you know? Curveball. You have the Fox. If you're wondering if someone's lying, cheating, stealing, I would say yes. The Fox is the 9 of Clubs in the playing card reading system, and it's coming up in this middle row. So I feel like some of you could be moving away from a liar, cheater, stealer, or letting go of someone who is a liar, cheater, stealer. And finally, look at this. And then you have the Jack of Hearts. This is the heart in the playing card reading system, or in the Lenormand card reading system. That represents love, and it also represents new love. So I feel like for some of you, this is actually a pretty simple reading. It's like once you let go of a player, if you're dealing with a player, then the true love comes in. So I feel like some of you need to let go of someone where it's not clear. It's like I feel like we get, we all do this. So I'm not picking on you here, Libra, right? I feel like we get excited, or we can be very drawn to people like when they're just giving us just enough, right? When they're kind of like not being clear, but maybe they kind of like us. That's like the situation that I'm getting here. It's like someone is like kind of stringing you along. So I feel like you need to like cut that person out if you're dealing with that. For others, I feel like you could be finding new love. If you're not interested in love here, this definitely looks like some sort of work change. This actually looks pretty good for work. I actually like the 10 of Swords for work, especially if you're making a work change. So it can represent a difficult ending, but it can also say that you are kind of like done being a victim. So it's like maybe you have a job where you're not getting paid enough, or your boss isn't willing to pay you enough. It's like you're saying to yourself, you know what? No, I'm not going to settle for this. I'm going to move on to something new. For others, I feel like you're just doing something where maybe you don't know all the details, but this looks really good. So, definitely challenging, but I feel like it's leading to something great. So that's what I'll say to you. This looks good, Libra. So thank you for watching, and definitely enjoy your week.